Hello beautiful people, welcome to another insightful and informative video. And for the first time I'm recording a video sitting outside, and I'm sitting outside the main hall of my University of the Western Cape, and I'm just exploring, guys, trying something new, something different. And as the title suggests of this video, I'm talking about practical ways to invest in the stock market with a low budget or with a low income, but you're just a student or someone unemployed or someone earning a minimum wage and you want to invest in the stock market. What's the most practical ways to do it with your form of income that you have? I don't want to waste any of your time, guys. Please do ensure you like this video, leave me a comment, turn on notification bell after you've subscribed to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for giving me 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. The next milestone is 20,000, then followed by 50,000, and up the way we go into 100,000 subscribers. So without wasting any time, let's get into today's video. Hello future millionaires and billionaires, and welcome to the insightful and informative video right here on my YouTube channel. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Ivan Sambo. Basically, I'm the guy here on nearly fell. As I I'm recording outside, so it's a little bit windy. You know, Cape Town weather doesn't play around, so it's a little bit windy outside. So forgive me a little bit of those technical cliches what happened today, because I'm exploring, I'm doing something new. So as the title suggests, guys, I'm talking about practical ways to invest in the stock market with a low budget. And also I must put a disclaimer as always, guys, that I'm not a financial registered advisor. None of my video constitutes as financial advice, but only for educational purposes. So let's get into it. Invest into the stock market with a low budget. I'm going to speak from Ivan's point of view. I'm allowed to be corrected if you feel my ways or my suggestions, my practical ways are not within your understanding, or you feel I'm being wrong. Please feel free to correct me in the comment section of this video. But let's start with investing in the stock market. Obviously, if you are someone with a low budget, low income, you are going to need to rely on a broker platform that's going to be low fees. And obviously, that's Easy Equity. So I will be speaking with reference to Easy Equity, because that's the most easiest, affordable way for someone with a low budget. I don't think someone with a low budget will be using a Standard Bank trading platform or using those expensive one. Obviously, you will not be. So I will be speaking with reference to Easy Equity in terms of stock market. And we know, guys, Easy Equity gives you access not only to the JSE, but to the New York stock market and also the Australian market. And my point of view, guys, if you are a low-income, unemployed South African or minimum wage earning South African or a student, there is no practical reason for at this early stage. I'm not saying in all, but I'm saying that in this early stage of you starting up your investment journey to rush into the New York stock market or the Australian stock market. I truly don't see the practicality and the reason of you doing that. The best way I can suggest, when you start your stock investment as a low income or low budget student, unemployed individual, or minimum wage earning South African, is to start in the JSE. Remember, you don't have that much of a retirement fund that's invested in the JSE, like people who are teachers, nurses, whatever the case may be, because majority of their retirement fund is invested into the JSE. So for them, it will make more sense to explore into the New York stock market, because their retirement fund is already in the JSE, is heavily in the JSE. But for low-income students, unemployed South African, low minimum wage South African, it doesn't make sense for you to go international. So stay local, stay in the JSE. Number one, you're avoiding the stress that comes with the fees of transitioning your money from South African rand into the US dollar. You're avoiding that. Secondly, the time that's going to be consumed when you have to research companies from America is harder to compare when you're investing or researching Capitec Bank, researching Standard Bank, researching Mr. Price, for example. So it'll be easier for you to get information for those companies and save you a lot of time as compared to when you're doing something from the American market or the Australian market. Because remember, if you're a student, your time is valuable. If you're an unemployed individual, your time is also valuable, because you have other things like you will be doing, trying to improve your CV, improve your skills, whatever the case may be. So you don't have that much time to invest in such companies from the New York. So the first thing first, stay local. when you're trying to look into a stock investment, into basically invest into stock with a low budget. And the second thing, I know we always say diversification is key when you're looking to stock investment. Sadly, when you have a low budget, guys, diversification can be your enemy. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, because the more you diversify the stocks you have as someone with a low budget, for example, you're investing 50 Rand per month, 100 Rand per month, and you're trying to diversify it into 10 or 15 companies, it doesn't logically make sense, because you'll be diversifying 20 Rand and the gains you are make from 20 Rand in one company is little bit compared to when, for example, you have that 100 Rand and you have like 2 companies or 3 companies. It much more makes sense to pick, when you're starting out with a low budget that you cannot invest that much, pick few companies and do heavy research on them. For example, 5, 10, maximum 10. Do heavy research on those companies and have so much faith and conviction and trust in your research that you pick those 10 or 5 and stay with them. And every single month with your 100 Rand, with your 150, 200 Rand, 300 Rand, 1,000 Rand, divided equally within those 10 companies or those 5 companies, it makes logical sense to do like that if you have low budget. So it makes more sense to do like that. And also with someone who's like a low budget individual, don't trade. Don't buy and sell every single month. As I said, pick companies that you trust, that you know based on your research, based on understanding everything about those companies. After you've done your research, I have a video where I talk about how to pick companies, how to do research. I'll put it on top here. After you have done all of that, pick those companies, stay with them for the next year, 2 or 3, unless your income improves, stay with them. Unless you lose faith in your research on how the company was in terms of your research and you did your research, unless that happened, don't buy any new company to add or sell, because don't, guys. Literally stay with those ones unless you have lost faith in the research you have done, or the company has changed in terms of what you have knew before and now you have adopted a new model that doesn't sit well with you as an investor. So that's the third thing. And the last thing, guys, when you invest in the stock market with a low budget, don't try to gamble it into companies because they are the next big thing. For example, Aveng type of vibe. I'm not dissing Aveng investors. I'm not dissing Aveng investors. Guys, I love you. You know I love my Aveng investors. But try to look at practical, sustainable companies, because you're someone with low income, meaning you don't have that much money to gamble, if that makes sense. So try to pick companies that you know are sustainable for now. In the long run, when your income starts to increase, then you can start looking into investing into companies that are still, you still like, yeah, you see that try to, I'm not telling you, I don't know what word to use, but you can take chances with companies. But now try to pick, let's just say, try to keep medium risk companies. Don't go into high risk companies. Try medium or low conservative companies, moderate companies. Try to play it there. So that's the most practical ways to invest your money as someone with a low budget and ensure that you can able to. What's the one thing you need to do, someone with a low budget? Just because you have a low budget, you don't need to feel as if you can invest. It's important to feel like you can invest and your money can grow and you can build something for yourself. So thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please ensure that you like this video, leave me a comment section, and also share this video to a friend. Thank you so much for watching, and I enjoyed recording outside, guys. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.